new servers, sweating a lot. But really since then, I've got an incredible team and make smart decisions about this stuff every day, and that's the only kind of white knuckle story I have.
That's a pretty good one. I like the part about the history major sysadmin agreement trials.
Yeah, he was amazing.
Edwin, let me ask you a little bit about, you guys create so many applications for so many clients. What can you tell us about agile techniques as they relate to scale?
Sure. Yeah, so I mentioned earlier that we've found to be the correlation between the notion of whole team on both sides of the API and success. I think the term agile is, I'd say at this point, it's highly undefined in the industry, so let's be careful what we mean. I think the need out there to iteratively build apps is greater than ever. There's no denying that. The idea of showing the marketplace what you've got, iterating based on customer needs, based on feedback, the legal theory, that is right where everyone wants to be. The question is, how do you meet that demand, meet that mandate from a development perspective? You asked earlier about what are the two most important things. I think whole team, the whole notion of whole team is one. The other is build anticipating scale. Balancing that against build for scale out of the gate. That balance is difficult to strike. Everyone wants to hit it big right away, and so everyone anticipates big scale, and you should, and you can use cloud services these days to mitigate some of that risk. But really, I think where Agile comes in is trying to build software in a way that can scale, can be scaled if the need arises, right? If you're at early stage, if you're pivoting, if you're trying different value props out in the market, the last thing you want to do is anticipate scale and have that bog you down in your development speed. So what techniques do you employ early on to anticipate scale? I think it comes down to the usual software development theory that we espouse, which is consider test-driven development, consider automating your QA, consider having the knowledge of the code spread amongst your team using techniques like pair programming, people all being physically together. It comes down to that stuff, right? Which you could call agile still these days. I think that's the stuff. If you prime your team and have the team be disciplined and work in those fashions, then the code is malleable and able to be tweaked and honed into a scalable code base, right? The balance there is what's difficult to get right, and I think many people come to the mobile application development landscape with a team that's very good at maybe native app development, or perhaps very good at building a great API and supporting anticipated scale behind it. How to merge those things together and make both sides work in harmony and be able to scale together and know the right workflows and how the things interact. That's where the mobile challenge lies, I think, in that interaction.
I think anticipating scale is one of the best takeaways from this talk. I will take one question now from the audience. Who has one? Yes, sir, in the front. And I'll repeat your question if that's okay. Oh, we have a mic runner, I'm sorry. Thank you, sir. Right.
We're talking about mobile here a lot. And I think there is a great challenge because a lot of these businesses around here today are completely internet-related businesses. There's in another area a lot of businesses that are brick and